Welcome to the Panic Button, everyone. I'm Nina. Today, I'm just going to react to some of the weird crap I saw on X this morning because it was just so much just beyond reality kind of crap. Oh, just watch this. Watch. Come with me to speech therapy for the first time. Everything in my sensory kit that I bring. Okay, what do we got here? We have, I don't know what that is, lotion? A notepad. We got pens. We got Purell. Make sure. Okay, we got chapstick. We have a Tide pen in case we spill something on ourselves because we're a sloppy eater. We have headphones. It just looks like a pack for a kid. And a stuffed animal. A freaking stuffed animal. What the? Okay. I'm going to speech therapy because I have not been able to talk in 4 weeks. Of course, I am bringing spirit too. Spirit. I haven't been able to talk in 4 weeks. Why? So this isn't something you've suffered with your whole life. This is just something you just decided not to talk for 4 weeks. What? Oh, we got to make sure we got the sugar candy. We got to make sure that we stuff our face full of sugar so we can talk better, so we can get ourselves to speak. We need the candy. And it looks like a sugary energy drink. Okay. I couldn't film during the appointment, but it went really well. What in the is she doing back there? The SLP thought that my speech loss is the result of being in fight or flight for too long. Does it have anything to do with the fact that you're running around as if you're an animal? Is this a furry? Is this a furry or is this some sort of like animal gender? We are going to work together to add more low-tech AAC to my lab at school so I can use AAC when I can't bring my spirit with me due to lab safety. I don't know what you're talking about. Is the spirit the stuffed animal? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The text above it reads, "This is why bullying is important." Now, I'm not for bullying. I think it is nasty. Bullying is nasty. But what is bullying to this crazy person jumping around as if they're an animal? It's probably just being honest. There's a difference between bullying and being honest, okay? Bullying is just intentionally being nasty for no reason. Being honest is being like, hey, I know how the real world works and how people are, and most of them are a-holes, right? So just so when you come into contact with regular a-holes out in the wild, I want you to know that this isn't going to go well for you. So maybe you want to like pack it in. Maybe you want to like switch it up or something because the a-holes do exist in the real world and you are going to come into contact with a lot of them. And one day, one of them is going to really, really hurt your feelings. And you're going to call that violence. And you're going to go into recession and not speak for, I don't know, another 4 weeks. So just to be honest, maybe you should, do that at home. Do it at home. But out in public, I just, people they're going to say some shite. So maybe you want, yeah. That's different than bullying. But this person just sounds like they created their own mental illness in their head. They created, like, they're doing this all for attention. It seems like this wasn't something that they just, I stopped talking because I dealt with something that's really traumatic and it messed me up. Like I saw my father get shot and killed or something, something that would really traumatize a child. This is an adult though, but I have a feeling that this whole not speaking thing is all a part of their own doing in their insane brain. Their tail and not even an ass. It's like a furry head. My goal in speech is to not start talking again. In fact, I am okay with never talking again. Oh, so they're not talking because animals don't talk and they identify as animals. This has nothing to do with like trauma or anything. This has to do with being an insane person and identifying as an animal. And since animals don't talk, she's deciding that she doesn't want to talk. So she's actually wasting valuable resources that could be going to someone who actually needs it and deserves it. And she's wasting it because she's crazy and she wants the attention without getting the help. So she's using the help that could go to someone else in order to get the attention. And it's I'm sorry, but this person is f***ed up. I just want to be able to communicate in a way that is effective for me. Hopping around on the grass with a furry head and tail, acting like you're an animal, which you are not, which makes you just look like a nut job. That is gonna help you communicate better? I just want to be able to communicate in a way that is effective for me. Effective for me. What? How are you going to order a coffee at Starbucks? How are you going to get that frappuccino? How are you going to get that pumpkin spice latte if you don't speak? Oh, I bet her speech is it's touch and go. It comes in when she got to get her latte, and then it eradicates itself from her existence when she's in, I don't know, animal play or whatever the crap she's doing. That's all. Bye. What a crazy person. Oh, is this... So I didn't really get a good glimpse of her at the beginning, but this seems like some sort of, in quotes, trans person, aka queer person. I hate the word queer. I think it's queer. So that was one of the videos I saw this morning. But take a look at this one now that we have passed the 30-second mark and I could be a little bit not safe for work on YouTube. Watch this one.
Type of activity, yeah. And no one's picked the object up yet. You guys go, oh my gosh, okay. Okay. Inappropriate. Get him out of here, whoever it is.
So,
type of activity.
Wait. So someone, at a WNBA game, someone chucked a neon green phallus onto the court. I don't know why. Maybe to play up to the fact that the WNBA is a joke. So it's like, here, ladies, you're all lesbos anyway. Let me offer you some help. That's what was on my timeline. That's actually going viral right now. Why would you do that? Some people thought it might have slipped out of one of the ladies' pants. Someone said it was chucked. I'm sure it was just chucked. But why? Entertainment? Maybe watching the game wasn't entertaining enough, so they thought maybe they'd bring a little bit of spice into the game by chucking that lime green phallus in there. And you know what it did? It did. WNBA doesn't get a lot of news coverage unless they're doing or saying something stupid or attacking Caitlin Clark. So I guess this is a way for them to get some news coverage. And it worked. Moving on to the next one that I saw, ladies and gentlemen. So the Sydney Sweeney thing, the American Eagle, Sydney Sweeney commercial, that is still going strong. It is still going strong in the virality department. And people are complaining and crying and she's a racist and Nazi and all that stuff. So MSNBC said that Sydney Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled cultural shift towards whiteness. But they wouldn't say that if it was a white trans woman. Bet you any money they wouldn't. It has nothing to do with whiteness, if we're being blunt. This has to do with being pretty privilege. And because her family is more conservative, they don't like her. So they're all crying about it. Oh, pretty voluptuous, big-bosomed Sydney Sweeney. How dare she do an American Eagle commercial that made their stock skyrocket, unlike Jaguar, who did the wokest, gayest commercial known to man, and their stocks plummeted over 90%. So, yeah, I'm sure this news clip is really sticking it to the man. Ooh, MSNBC, you're so catty. You're so spicy, MSNBC. So spicy. Anyway, I wanted to play you this woman who's crying about it. Like, when you're crying, when you start crying over Sydney Sweeney in an American Eagle ad, you have no problems. You're privileged to hell, and you need a padded room. She needs a padded room, for real.
Yeah, that got me too. And I don't know why. Maybe because it's just so blatant.
Oh, let me just read real quick the comment that she's responding to. It's disheartening. I really don't think they truly want to get it. I saw that Sydney Sweeney stuff today, and I got tired. Okay.
I keep thinking that people just are not going to believe us until we're hung out there. But then even then, I feel like they'll be like, oh, no. Kind of like they are with... I see the same perpetual self-imposed victimhood. You know, I did a post about saying, hey, like, these are the action steps that we really need to see from the good whites. Where I said, I need protection. Put my cash out. And she goes, well, would you just rather white women just not follow you at all anymore because da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, definitely unfollow me. If you thought you being here and clicking a follow button was doing me a favor, same as that one guy, whatever his name was, descendant of the oppressor. He's like, well, Lindsay still does a good job and I appreciate her work and labor, so I'm going to still follow her. No, definitely unfollow me. If you are any type of person, but especially a white woman who's coming to this platform thinking you're doing me a favor by clicking a follow button, leave now. Immediately now. Because honey boo boo, not this person, I'm doing you a favor by showing up and calling you out.
What a waste of time. You know, ladies and gentlemen, Karens come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And it doesn't matter what color you are. If you're a Karen, you're obnoxious and nobody will like you. And if the people that liked you only, that you allowed, followed you, you'd have like 5 subscribers. I'm pretty damn sure that most of the people who subscribe to her or who follow her are people that hate watch her because she's rage baiting on purpose. She's getting upset and crying over a white lady. Man, she would have herself in the 90s with all the white, beautiful women in commercials and ads. She wouldn't have been able, she would have jumped over the Niagara Falls. She wouldn't have been able to handle herself. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, the world is not a fun place most of the time. It's filled with a whole bunch of nasty people, her included. And if you can't handle nasty people, you should stay inside, indoors. Stay in your house. Don't even go online because you're gonna run into them there too. Heaven forbid there are mean people out there or people who you don't agree with. See, this is the difference. They think, Karens like this, they think that people being honest or people not agreeing with them, that's violence. I mean, but as Mom Dami said, violence is a social construct, so I guess it doesn't even exist, right? But that's a different topic. So if you think that's violence, then I would not recommend leaving the house because there's going to be a lot of violence you're going to find, and you're really not going to like it. I would suggest staying indoors, but holy crap, the privilege that oozes out of this woman, it's just vile. It's vile. Karens need to find a group. You know, they need to find a it's not a cult. What is it? It's like a not a gulag. The Karens need to start their own cult and live in like the Arizona hills somewhere with Jared Leto, away from all the people they disagree with. I'm sure they'll have, in like not a compound, but a commune. If they lived in a commune, like a Karen commune, that would be great for the rest of the world, because then the rest of the world wouldn't have to deal with them, and they wouldn't have to deal with the rest of the world who doesn't agree with them. And so they wouldn't have to deal with violence, because not agreeing with them is violence. So that's my advice to her. But if we're talking about these Sydney Sweeney ads, I mean, this was woke. This was the woke ads, very obese. I remember when the Calvin Klein ads had, what's her name? They had Mark Wahlberg when he was young and fit, attractive. I mean, still fit and attractive, but you know what I mean. He was younger, so he was more attractive. And what's her name? The one that was caught doing the white powder. Crap. I can't remember her name offhand. She got the goofy teeth. Yeah, but anyway, she was considered pretty. Calvin Klein used to do all those ads, and it used to get a lot of attention because pretty people get attention. Call it pretty privilege or whatever, but yeah, people don't go to the movies and watch movies because the ugly fat people are in it, though. They go and they watch it because attractive people are in it, and they're nicer to look at. That's why they get cast in movies and commercials and all that stuff. So you could see how that went away for a little bit, and we had obese, unattractive people, trans, queer. But you're making when you're intentionally putting in people you find unattractive and ugly into commercials in order to make a point, like, that's not going to promote acceptance. It's going to promote repulsion. It's going to repulse people. And obviously, they're not doing it anymore. These companies aren't doing it anymore because it's not making them money. It's actually losing them money because nobody wants to look at ugly people. But even then, isn't that offensive to the person who's in the ad who's ugly? Because they're not putting you in the ad because they find you big and beautiful. They're putting you in the ad because they find you repulsive and ugly. And shouldn't you like connect the dots there that, oh, they're putting me in because I'm ugly instead of big and beautiful? They'll tell you big and beautiful, but that's flowery language for fat and ugly. I mean, shouldn't that that's not offensive to you? I don't get it. I don't get how that's not offensive, but let me move on to the next one. Because we got, do I want to go over Joey Swole? Oh my God. I didn't know that he was so fucking woke, but I guess that's a story for a different day. If you guys are interested in it, comment below. Also, like and subscribe, goddammit. Most of you who watch don't subscribe, and you don't like. So just do it right now. Easy. Bing, bang. Done. Moving on. Ask America with Edgar. I love this guy. He's very funny. And he's going to ask a white woman, what's her take on solving crime?
Tell me the sensitive white woman's philosophy about curing crime.
I think that we should be funneling money into the preventative space. And I think it should be worked out from like the ground up, as opposed to being so reactive with things and being like, oh, someone did this without actually addressing the core issue. So, but that would take a lot of resources, a lot of money, and a lot of, yeah. Exactly.
Wait,
I get the lady's point, but when there's an active school shooter, the last thing you want to do is be like, you know what? While he's shooting people, let's do a little powwow and figure out like what happened and what's going on. No, first we have to take care of the immediate crime while also working on why the crime is happening in the first place. But we can't be like so woke that we are unwilling to see what's actually going on because it's offensive. No, we have to see what's going on, regardless if it's offensive or not, and take care of the problem. Figure out why the problem is happening while also taking care of the problem that is immediate. But, she wouldn't want that. Why would she want that? Here's another one. Mental breakdown. Remember back when women couldn't vote? Good times. I think women should vote regardless, because there's just as many dumb men out there as there are women. This is not a woman problem. This is a stupid people problem. So let's go see why micro bangs here is crashing out.
It's time for another food bank haul. What did my family of... No! Because 150,000 people are starving!
Okay, I think that's enough of that. Let's move on. I don't think we need to listen to that garbage. We don't need to listen to her screaming and crying when really it's just oozing. I have a lot of privilege, so I get to crash out about stuff that I pretend to care about but actually don't, because we all know. This is all just a freaking act. Oh, yes, Tom McDonald, yes, he covers this hilarious headline that is a quote from Jamie Lee Curtis. Listen to this. Now, if you want, this is why you don't meet your idols. Why people in Hollywood are freaking nuts. This is just proof.
Jamie Lee Curtis says you wouldn't be able to tell which one of my daughters is trans. Is that dude on the right? Yeah, that's him. 100%. It's that dude on the right.
Okay, let's get a clear picture here. So we have Lady Chud. Bang, bang, boom. Simple as that. This is an ugly man attempting to be a woman, but obviously could beat the shit out of many women. This is why you don't try them in our bathrooms. And this is a pretty woman that is much prettier than her mother was back in the day. Honestly, people thought that Jamie Lee Curtis was trans. Maybe that's why she pushes for her son to be trans, because she had like the trans thing going on when she was younger, and people calling her trans, like Lady Gaga. People did really think that she was a man back in the day. It was a big to-do. But yeah, that's the dude right there. I mean, does she think that people are stupid? Or does she think that people are so woke they can't tell the difference between a man and a woman? Or maybe she's just trying to not hurt her deranged son's feelings. But everybody knows that's the dude. So anyway, that's my content for today. This is I think I might start doing episodes like these where, in the morning I scroll a little bit through X just to see like what is going on in the world today. What kind of crazy crap is going on in the world today? And I see these different types of tweets. I don't know what you call them, X's? Tweets on X. And some of them are just so crazy that they would just be so great to just give a little bit of my opinion on. But some people say that I should talk about one topic specifically per video, and that's it. But sometimes there's just so many funny things I want to cover, and I just don't have enough time to cover each and every one in one video per topic. So I decided, let's start something new. I'll start doing a once-a-week series on the crazy shit I saw on X today. And if you like this video, you can comment below and let me know if this is actually kind of video that you would want to watch every week, or if you want me to do more, one topic per video kind of thing, which I'll continue to do. But this is just a new thing I wanted to slide in there and see how you would like it. Anyway, like and subscribe, join our memberships, comment below, share this, hit the bell, all the good, happy horse caca. And I'll see you later. Have a good one. Crawling hard in love.